How many of you have taken the link that went out yesterday? Oh, great. Great. Did you come out the type you believed yourself to be? Nope. Karen, you want to say anything about that?
Had some workshop experience, and I thought I was an 8, and I came out as a 3. And my tri-type was 368. So I'm still fairly new to tri-type concepts.
And what was your instinct?
I printed it off. Intimate, social, self-preserving. My color ran out, so it's kind of faint.
Yeah, many years ago when I did that first research, and also in 1995, I was crazy in 95. I did 3 certification programs, and 4 months later did the intensive with Ichazo and wrote 3 studies to 3 studies. I was like any crazy, but I was just on a run and I just love the information. But now, the 368 is the most assertive type on the Enneagram. I call it the justice fighter. And whether you're a 3, 6, or an 8, you think you're an 8 because the way you view world is the description of 8 that's out there. Okay. And what's not out in a lot of the earlier descriptions, and in all fairness, by the way, none of us had all the information, like even when the first books came out. So I used to teach exactly like that until actually Naranjo's training in 96. And then I went and had all the people that had attended my classes or done coaching sessions with me come together. And then I corrected them and gave them the refinements that I learned. And I changed from that day forward. But a lot of people, of course, didn't get that information, so they don't know. But 3 and 8 are very similar. And they're very strong. And a lot of people think it's the 378 that's the most aggressive type, and that's what we believed. And the 2 most aggressive types or assertive types are 368 and 378. Actually, 358 as well. It's that whole, the head type doesn't matter as much, but you get 3 and 8 together, and you have assertion, results oriented, moving towards what you want. The 3. So the question I would ask you, there's 2 questions. I would ask you how goal oriented you are. And I would ask you to list the 5 words you gave to describe yourself.
I'm pretty goal oriented. And part of that I related to my teaching, trying to achieve a goal with a child. But even just kind of in personal stuff.
How about in elementary school? Were you goal oriented and just got your work done? No one needed to say, do your homework?
No, I was not. I was a procrastinator. But it was also very easy for me, so I could do it very quickly and take the test with no problem.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So you could procrastinate.
Yeah.
But why were you procrastinating? What was the reason you were procrastinating?
I really think it was a kind of a fear of not doing well enough.
And what was the crazy idea if you didn't do well enough?
I would be a failure.
And if you were a failure?
No one would love me.
And if no one loved you?
Then I would be alone.
And if you were alone?
It would be scary.
Yeah. Thank you so much, because you're describing it more like a 6, actually. I mean, I'd want to know your words and I'd want to know a lot more, but that's how the 6 answers. So you have to go beyond the word failure. Okay. And you have to see for the person what's underneath the failure. And then we get to that existential fear. And that's just, in my case, tens of thousands of people doing the in-depth inquiry process. But we have to do it really on all the words, all the things that matter. And then you see a pattern. And we usually stop too soon. No one wants, really.
Right. Mm-hmm.
No one. So I would invite you to look at type 6, but not from the way it's been written in the past, but looking at the core fear of type 6, which is being alone. Did it give you a type 6 at all? As one of your, did it give you that answer?
Yeah, it was first 3, and then I had access to the 6.
Yeah, if you have 6 in your tritype, you have to check it out. It may
Okay.
be the lead disguised as another type in your tritype.
Okay.
And that's only because a lot of the information on 6, like the 2, was incomplete.
Ah, okay.
Sometimes, a lot of times actually, the emotional 6 will type as a 4.
Mhm.
And it's completely understandable because the 6 is the most emotional type on the Enneagram, not the 4. The
Mhm.
4 is just identified with their moods.
Mhm. Mhm.
We all have moods, but it's the 6 going from mood to mood to mood to mood because it's what they're thinking.
Mhm.
Has
Mhm.
anyone ever said to you that they know exactly what you're thinking because you look surprised, or you look like you're
Mhm.
concentrating or doubting, or you move your face from side to side, like you're doing now, actually?
Yeah. No, I think when I'm in public, I have a pretty good public persona and present myself as confident and yeah.
And would you say that without that facade, and we all have one,
Mhm.
that you feel confident?
Uh-uh. Kind
Yeah,
of
that's more
fading off.
type 6 because
Okay.
3 mates, yeah, we think we're confident. In fact, we miss a lot of things because we're too confident,
Mhm.
especially
Mhm.
the 8s. So
Yeah.
thank you,
Thank you.
Karen. Yeah, just look
Thank
at
you.
that and notice your words, and go read under tri-types on my website. There's a little paragraph for each tri-type. Now, it's
Okay.
not a full explanation, but you should relate to all 3 types in your tri-type and what
Okay.
happens when the 3 come together, what it creates.
Yeah.
Because if you have 3, 6, and 8, that amplifies behavior that's strong and asserting.
Mhm.
If it was 2, 6, 9, that amplifies being soft and giving. So
Mhm.
each combination either amplifies or cancels out certain qualities to a degree.
Mhm. Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you.